Imagine a world without the ability to instantly call a friend or speak with a doctor across the globe. Before Alexander Graham Bell's invention, people relied on slower methods to communicate. The telephone marked a pivotal turning point in history. It forever changed the way humans connect and interact. The telephone brought the world closer together, bridging gaps and accelerating human interaction. For centuries, the written word reigned supreme as the most reliable means of long-distance communication. Letters, carefully handwritten and carried over land and sea, formed the backbone of personal and professional correspondence. These letters, often imbued with a personal touch and filled with details of daily life, provided a tangible link between individuals separated by great distances. Families relied on letters to share news, merchants used them to conduct business, and governments employed them for official pronouncements. While effective in conveying information, the letter-writing system suffered from one major drawback: time. The speed of delivery depended entirely on the mode of transportation available, often involving weeks or even months for a message to reach its destination. This inherent delay made immediate responses impossible, requiring patience and understanding from both sender and recipient. Imagine waiting weeks for a response to a simple question or an urgent request, a scenario commonplace in the pre-telephone era. Despite its limitations, the written word fostered a culture of thoughtfulness and anticipation. Each letter, painstakingly crafted and eagerly awaited, held immense value and provided a tangible connection in a world yearning for more immediate communication. The art of letter writing, with its elegant penmanship and carefully chosen words, became a cherished practice, reflecting the importance placed on written communication during this time. As societies evolved and the need for faster communication grew, humans devised increasingly innovative methods to transmit messages more rapidly. From the earliest forms of visual communication, like smoke signals and fire beacons, used to convey simple messages across vast distances, to the more sophisticated semaphore systems employing flags and towers, the quest for speed drove innovation. These early attempts, while limited in the complexity of information they could convey, demonstrated an inherent human desire to overcome the barriers of distance and time. The invention of the electric telegraph in the 19th century marked a significant leap forward in communication technology. Utilizing a network of wires and electrical impulses, the telegraph allowed for the near-instantaneous transmission of messages across continents. This breakthrough technology revolutionized news dissemination, military operations, and business transactions, shrinking the world in ways previously unimaginable. However, despite its speed, the telegraph had limitations. The system relied on a specialized code, requiring trained operators to encode and decode messages, making it inaccessible to the average person. Moreover, the telegraph transmitted only text-based information, leaving no room for the nuances of voice inflection or the emotional depth of a spoken conversation. The desire for a more personal and accessible communication method remained unfulfilled. The limitations of existing communication methods fueled a growing desire for a device that could transmit the human voice across distances. Imagine the longing to hear a loved one's voice, not just read their words on paper, or the need to discuss complex matters in real time without the delays and limitations of written correspondence. This yearning for a more immediate and personal form of communication set the stage for the invention that would forever change the world: the telephone. The invention of the telephone wasn't a sudden breakthrough, but rather the culmination of years of research, experimentation, and relentless pursuit by numerous inventors. These pioneers, driven by a shared vision of connecting the world through voice, laid the groundwork for Alexander Graham Bell's groundbreaking invention. Their stories, filled with both triumphs and setbacks, highlight the dedication and ingenuity that led to the birth of this transformative technology. In the next section, we will delve into the fascinating world of these early communication pioneers, exploring their ideas, experiments, and the challenges they faced in their quest to transmit the human voice across the wires. Their efforts, though not always successful, paved the way for Bell's ultimate triumph and the dawn of a new era in communication. Whispers on Wires, the Early Seekers. The story of the telephone's invention is not a solitary tale of a lone genius having a sudden epiphany. Instead, it's a captivating narrative, woven from the threads of countless individuals who dared to dream of transmitting the human voice across vast distances. These pioneers, driven by curiosity and a thirst for innovation, laid the groundwork for Alexander Graham Bell's eventual triumph. Their stories, often overlooked in the shadow of Bell's fame, are crucial pieces in the intricate puzzle that led to the dawn of the telephonic age. Among these early visionaries were scientists, inventors, and tinkerers from various corners of the world, each captivated by the tantalizing possibility of harnessing electricity to transmit sound. Their approaches varied, their methods sometimes crude, but their collective efforts pushed the boundaries of what was considered possible. Each experiment, each failed attempt brought them one step closer to unraveling the secrets of sound transmission. Their workshops, often cluttered with wires, magnets, and rudimentary electrical components, became breeding grounds for groundbreaking ideas. Fueled by a shared passion, they meticulously documented their findings, shared their knowledge, and inspired one another to overcome the numerous technical challenges they encountered. These early pioneers, though not always achieving the desired outcome, set the stage for a revolution in communication. Bourseul's vision, a spark of inspiration. One of the earliest figures to envision the possibility of transmitting speech electronically was Charles Bourseul, a French telegraphy engineer. In 1854, Bourseul published a groundbreaking, albeit largely theoretical paper, outlining his concept for an electric telephone. His idea, though lacking a practical working model, captured the imagination of inventors across Europe and beyond, planting the seeds for future experimentation. Bourseul's proposed device, which he dubbed the telephone, hinged on the idea of converting sound waves into electrical signals, transmitting them through a wire, and then converting them back into audible sound at the receiving end. He envisioned a diaphragm, a thin, flexible membrane, vibrating in response to sound waves. These vibrations, he theorized, could be used to open and close an electrical circuit, creating a fluctuating current that mirrored the pattern of the sound waves. While Bourseul's concept was theoretically sound, he lacked the necessary materials and technology to construct a working prototype. The development of more sophisticated electrical components, such as the carbon microphone, was still years away. Despite the absence of a tangible invention, Bourseul's visionary ideas served as a beacon for other inventors, inspiring them to pursue the dream of electronic voice transmission. Reis's telephone sounds across the wire, but not quite speech. Inspired by Bourseul's vision, German physicist and inventor Johann Philipp Reis took on the challenge of building a device capable of transmitting sound through electrical wires. In 1860, after years of meticulous experimentation, Reis unveiled his telephone, a contraption that, while rudimentary by today's standards, managed to transmit musical tones and other simple sounds with remarkable clarity. Reis's telephone, constructed from a curious assortment of materials including a knitting needle, a sausage skin and a beer barrel, showcased both ingenuity and a deep understanding of acoustical principles. His device, though lacking the refinement of later telephone designs, demonstrated the feasibility of transmitting sound through electrical means, marking a significant milestone in the evolution of communication technology. While Reis's telephone garnered significant attention and even earned him recognition at international exhibitions, it fell short of achieving clear, intelligible speech transmission. The device, limited by its design and the primitive understanding of electricity at the time, struggled to accurately reproduce the complexities of the human voice. Despite its limitations, Reis's invention served as a crucial stepping stone, proving that sound could indeed travel through wires, fueling further innovation in the field. The inventions of Bourseul and Reis, while groundbreaking in their own right, highlighted the complexities and challenges inherent in developing a truly functional telephone. Their devices, though capable of transmitting sound, lacked the fidelity and clarity required for practical voice communication. These limitations stemmed not from a lack of ingenuity, but rather from the constraints of the scientific knowledge and technological advancements of the time. The quest for a better telephone became a race against these limitations, a constant pursuit of refining existing technologies and pushing the boundaries of scientific understanding. Inventors grappled with issues of signal strength, sound clarity, and the ability to transmit a wider range of frequencies necessary for replicating the nuances of human speech. The limitations faced by these early pioneers served as a catalyst for further innovation, driving the development of more sensitive microphones, more efficient electrical components, and a deeper understanding of the science of sound and electricity. Each obstacle overcome, each breakthrough achieved, brought the world one step closer to the realization of a truly practical and commercially viable telephone. By the 1870s, the world was on the cusp of a communication revolution. The rapid advancements in electrical technology, coupled with the relentless efforts of dedicated inventors, created a fertile ground for the emergence of a device that could finally conquer the barriers of distance and bring the human voice to the forefront of communication. The stage was set, the audience eager, and the world awaited the arrival of a game-changer. The desire for a more immediate and personal form of communication had reached a fever pitch. Businesses yearned for faster ways to connect with clients. Families longed to hear the voices of loved ones separated by distance, and the world craved a technology that could bridge the communication gap once and for all. Unbeknownst to many, a young Scottish-born inventor named Alexander Graham Bell was diligently working in his Boston laboratory on the verge of transforming this collective dream into a tangible reality. Driven by a passion for sound and a desire to help the hearing impaired, Bell's relentless pursuit of transmitting the human voice would soon culminate in one of history's most significant inventions. The world stood at the precipice of a new era, one where distance would no longer equate to silence. The anticipation for a device that could connect hearts and minds across the miles was palpable, and Alexander Graham Bell was about to deliver. As the world yearned for a device that could carry the human voice across the miles, a young Scottish-born inventor named Alexander Graham Bell emerged as a pivotal figure in the story of the telephone. Born in Edinburgh in 1847, Bell inherited a family legacy deeply intertwined with the study of sound and speech. His grandfather, Alexander Melville Bell, was a renowned elocutionist, and his father, Alexander Melville Bell, developed visible speech, a system of written symbols representing the sounds of spoken language. Growing up immersed in this world of vocal acoustics, Bell developed a keen interest in the science of sound and its potential applications. Bell's fascination with sound extended beyond theoretical curiosity. It was deeply personal. His mother, and later his wife, Mabel Hubbard, were both deaf, fueling his desire to find ways to improve the lives of those with hearing impairments. This personal connection to the challenges of hearing loss became a driving force behind his work, motivating him to explore innovative ways to make communication more accessible. Bell's early career was marked by a dedication to education and a passion for unraveling the mysteries of sound. He taught deaf students in England and later in Canada, constantly experimenting with new techniques and technologies to aid their communication. His work with the deaf provided him with a deep understanding of the mechanics of speech and hearing, laying the foundation for his groundbreaking work on the telephone. The harmony of science and human connection, Bell's driving force. Bell's approach to invention was characterized by a unique blend of scientific rigor and a deep empathy for the human desire to connect. He understood that true innovation stemmed not only from technical prowess, but also from a genuine desire to solve real-world problems and bridge the gaps in human interaction. This perspective, rooted in his personal experiences and fueled by his scientific curiosity, set him apart as an inventor. In 1871, Bell moved to Boston, Massachusetts, to continue his work with deaf students. There, he established a school for deaf children and began experimenting with devices that could transmit sound through electrical wires. His work attracted the attention of Gardner Hubbard and Thomas Sanders, two wealthy businessmen who saw the commercial potential in Bell's research and provided him with financial backing. While working on his harmonic telegraph, a device designed to transmit multiple telegraph messages simultaneously over a single wire, Bell stumbled upon a principle that would prove crucial to the development of the telephone. He discovered that transmitting a continuous electrical current, modulated by the vibrations of a sound wave, could reproduce those sounds at a distance. This breakthrough, though initially a side project to his work on the telegraph, ignited a new passion in Bell. A race to the finish line, the intensity of invention heats up. Bell's realization that he might be on the verge of transmitting actual speech through electrical wires ignited a fierce determination in him. He poured all his energy and focus into perfecting his invention, often working late into the night in his cluttered laboratory. Unbeknownst to him, he was not alone in this pursuit. Across the country, other inventors, most notably Elisha Gray, were also racing to perfect their own versions of the telephone. The race to invent the telephone was not merely a competition for recognition or financial gain. It was a battle against technical challenges, a constant struggle to overcome the limitations of existing technologies. Bell and his rivals faced setbacks, frustrations, and moments of doubt, yet they persevered, driven by the knowledge that they were on the cusp of revolutionizing communication. The atmosphere in Bell's laboratory was electric with anticipation and a sense of urgency. He worked closely with his assistant Thomas Watson, meticulously testing, refining, and retesting every component of his device. Every small victory, every improvement in sound clarity fueled their determination. They knew they were close, but the finish line seemed to shift with each passing day. "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." A moment etched in time. On March 10th, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell's voice travelled through wires, reaching Watson's ears, marking the success of their invention. Bell's triumph was not without controversy. On the same day Bell filed his patent, Elisha Gray filed a caveat for a similar device. This sparked a legal battle, but ultimately the courts ruled in Bell's favor. In 1877, Bell, along with Gardner Hubbard and Thomas Sanders, formed the Bell Telephone Company. The company's mission was to bring the transformative power of the telephone to the masses. The invention of the telephone was the starting point of an incredible technological journey. Each new iteration, from hand-cranked models to smartphones, represents human ingenuity. Early telephones had limitations, but inventors sought to improve reliability and accessibility. Signal strength was a key challenge, leading to experiments with microphones, batteries, and wiring. The design evolved from bulky models to sleek ergonomic designs like the candlestick telephone. Each change aimed to improve user experience, making the telephone more intuitive. The telephone's evolution is a testament to our desire to connect. Early calls required operators to connect circuits manually. Operators, typically women, played a crucial role in connecting calls. The rise of the telephone exchange transformed the telephone into a practical tool. The need for efficiency led to the development of the automatic switchboard. The rotary dial telephone, introduced in the early 20th century, automated the system. Almon Brown Stroger's invention allowed users to dial numbers directly. The rotary dial made the telephone more convenient and widespread. wireless technology emerged as a new frontier in communication. Guglielmo Marconi developed the first successful wireless telegraph system. In 1906, Reginald Fessenden transmitted the first voice message over radio waves. Wireless communication promised true mobility, revolutionizing business and personal communication. The telephone's journey from a rudimentary device to smartphones is a testament to innovation. It revolutionized communication, breaking down geographical barriers. The telephone paved the way for technologies like radio, television, and the internet. The smartphone embodies this legacy, connecting us to a world of information and entertainment. The telephone's journey is a testament to human ingenuity and our pursuit of connection. It evolved from a scientific marvel to an indispensable tool in our daily lives. The telephone has shrunk the world, fostering global interconnectedness. It has changed the way we live, work, and interact with the world. The telephone transformed human connection, enabling real-time conversations across distances. It became a lifeline for soldiers, immigrants, and families, fostering closeness despite physical distance. The telephone revolutionized business, accelerating decision-making and global trade. Modern communication technologies are built on the foundation laid by the telephone. Section 3. The telephone's enduring legacy, shaping how we live, work, and play. The telephone's impact extends far beyond voice communication. It has been a catalyst for innovation, reshaping our cities and influencing social interactions. Its legacy is woven into how we live, work, and play. The telephone paved the way for radio, television, and the internet. These technologies owe a debt to the telephone's rise. The concept of wireless communication has roots in the telephone's lineage. The telephone influenced urban planning and the growth of suburbs. It shaped social norms and expectations, making instant communication an expectation. The telephone's pervasive influence is evident in our social fabric. Section 4. Beyond the smartphone. The future of connection in a hyper-networked world. The smartphone stands at the forefront of a new technological revolution. Communication, information access, and entertainment converge within these devices. The smartphone connects us to a vast digital ecosystem. The future promises more seamless and immersive experiences. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and the metaverse offer glimpses into a future where distance is no barrier. Imagine attending a concert or exploring a distant country from home. These advancements raise questions about privacy, accessibility, and human connection. It's crucial to remember the lessons from the telephone's journey. Technology should enhance our lives and connect us meaningfully. The telephone's story is a testament to the enduring power of connection and human ingenuity. Celebrating the enduring power of the telephone. The telephone's journey, from a rudimentary device to an indispensable tool, has been remarkable. It has revolutionized communication and transformed our social interactions. Its impact is so profound that it's almost impossible to imagine a world without it. The telephone's story is a testament to human ingenuity and our desire to connect. It reminds us that groundbreaking innovations often stem from simple beginnings. The telephone's legacy is a powerful reminder that the greatest inventions bring us closer together.